with Mr. Bill here today. Further teardowns. As Mr. Bill says, we're in the rat's nest, right, Bill?
Yep. In the rat's nest.
So I'm going to see what I can break today and help build along this project. Just talking to Mr. Bill here, and I was telling him about half the videos he's a starring role in. Yeah, he said, well, yeah. But we're just talking a little bit about, I put up a video on, what was it? Oh, the dyno. Yeah, the dyno on my bike, and we were discussing all the horsepower to weight ratio advantages or disadvantages on the different bikes, and I think that is a contributor to a lot of it. But there's a lot of, I pointed out to Mr. Bill that he's improved on this one. When we first started drag racing, he was running almost into the 13s or high 12s. With this, he's got it down to 12.1 with no other changes. So it is horsepower to weight, but it's also the rider learning and being more consistent. That's just my opinion. Mr. Bill, you agree with that? Yeah, I agree with that, Jerry. Well, that wasn't hard, was it, Mr. Bill?
No. Throttle bodies.
All right.
And they don't look too bad.
What we didn't anticipate was this little Duma Dodger right.
And here.
Let me see if I can get it. Right here.
And this one.
And this one right up in here.
Keeps the throttle bodies from popping off.
Like that rat nest of other stuff, we could not do it. It's decided it's safe to yank it off.
Yeah, yank it off.
Talking about the oil tank, folks.
Oil tank. Yes, oil tank.
Folks, Bill's went to the crowbar. I don't know what they call them in Baltimore.
Crowbar.
This can't be good. Folks, I used to work with the missiles, and one of the missiles we used to put together was a Standard Missile 3. You put it in a container. And I went there one day, and I saw the young man, he was about 22 years old. He had a big 2x4 trying to prise the missile into the container. As you might guess, this was in Arkansas. No offense, Arkansas. I said, young man, I said, where in your work instructions does it say, pry the hell out of this thing with a piece of 2x4? He said, it works.
He said, it's right here on page 72, son.
He said, it works. He's right, we did get it in, but when we tried to pull it back out, we couldn't get it back out.
Got it.
He got it. It flew out at him. Good job.
Yeah.
I can get you a job putting missiles in the containers down in Arkansas.
How about that? Oh.
The gasket came off.
I thought we were going to save the gasket. Oh well. That's all good. Gotta get a new gasket anyway.
There's the clutch. And there's cam chain.
Note the tiny, tiny, tiny head on the lifter piece. This is something that Triumph has redesigned, and there's a much larger head. It's almost an inch in diameter now, and it because these have a tendency to break. However, mine are still good. Yay! There it is.
Bill, why don't you give me a summary of what we got done today, and if you're going to do a little bit more after I leave here.
Yeah, okay, so we did the rat's nest tear down. Disconnected and marked all of the connectors that go to the um, throttle bodies because it's electronic fuel injection. And then we were able to clear out enough space to take the valve cover off, which you can see right here. We have our cams are exposed. What I'll need to be doing, it's kind of tedious, but I need to do a valve clearance and make a notation of what that clearance is for each valve, and there's 4 per cylinder. Um, and then I'm going to, after that, then I think I'm going to read up in my book, make sure I'm doing things correctly. There's a lot down here. This is the smaller head on the lifter piece. I want to find out about getting the larger one, what I have to do for that. And then I have I have an update kit. So I've got a new cam chain, I've got new cam guides. I got to make sure that I don't release this just yet until I get the cams locked in place with the cam locking tool that I have. Um, so there's quite a bit, whole bunch of little things that need to be done. I want to get the clutch out, and I may take the basket out as well to get behind it because there's a new design for the sugar. I can't remember what the part's called. But it's for the what controls the clicking and when you shift from gear to gear, holds it in place. And so yeah, there's a lot of little doohickeys in here that I need to look at before I really tear this thing down. And then of course the head has to come off, and I'm gonna send that out to the machine shop and have them do a little juicing up on it. That's about it.
Okay, you heard it here, folks, the doohickeys.